Are you in a position where every month you seem to be coming up short on your expenses, whether it's on your rent, your car note, or anything of that nature? And your job is only paying you just enough to get you by? Or maybe you have two jobs and it still isn't enough. Well, there might be a reason why you keep coming up short. And one of those reasons might be you lack the financial discipline. Fortunately, I'm here to shed light on these problems that you might have. If you're new to this channel, my name is Varkees Charles, and here's 5 habits that's keeping you broke. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Starting with number one, impulsive buying. Look, we've all been there before. When your bank account is looking a little skimpy and you're waiting on your paycheck to hit, and the moment that paycheck hits, you buying all these unnecessary things, whether it's food that you don't need to be eating, clothes, or I don't know, anything that you really just don't need in your life. You're just buying it because you've been waiting this whole time for your check to clear and you want it so bad that you eliminate all your priorities and you knock out all the wants in your life. And you need to flip that and focus on the needs, because the needs, aka bills, are gonna be waiting right there in your face. Okay. And you just spent all your money, and the only thing you have left is either for the bills or you even overspent and you can't even take care of your bills. Now, one thing about bills is they are here to stay and they ain't going nowhere. They're gonna be here to the day you. All right. So be aware of that. Impulsive buying. Control yourself. Okay. Hold your horses. The moment you get paid, knock out your necessities first, and then have a little fun with it. Go ahead and buy you a little treat. Okay, because you think you earned it, which I'm sure you had. Working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. I know there's people out there. I do it myself, man. Treat yourself. But focus on what you need to focus on first. Keep that roof over your head. Keep the lights on. Keep the gas on. Keep the hot water on. Number two, buy now and pay later payment methods. Okay. The two main ones you got to look out for is Affirm and Klarna. I know when it comes to Affirm, you could pretty much have multiple items under one account that can accumulate to hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in each item you're paying X amount of dollars every month to pretty much put payment towards it so you can pay it off. Now, these payments could range between $30, $40, $50 a month on multiple items. So in the end, you might be coming out of pocket with hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And I know when it comes to Klarna, you pretty much pay for the whole thing, whatever you're paying for at one time, but you don't pay right then and there. You pretty much pay 30 days later. But you got to keep in mind, life happens. Okay. You got bills, you got to take care of rent, car notes, things of that nature. And sometimes it might even slip your mind, but they do remind you that it's coming up. But life happens. And then by the time the payment is due and you done spent up all your money and it's time to pay for that item, you're cooked. You're cooked. Just like Jay-Z said, if you can't buy it twice, you cannot afford it at all. Plain and simple. Number three, eating out. Okay. Now, this one is a huge issue for my big backs out there. Okay. Your back is big, man. You got to cool out. You got to stop eating out. Okay. Just because you buying stuff on a dollar menu or these combos or the value meal does not mean you making a better option for yourself. Okay. Because when you eating out all the time, that stuff adds up. It adds up each and every day that you go out and eat, whether it's for lunch or dinner. It adds up, and it adds up fast. Okay, all that money that you spend throughout the week is the same amount of money you can buy on groceries, and that same amount of money can really last you the whole week on just cooked food, whether it's meal prepping or you're just eating dinner every day. And it's pretty much a healthier option as well. Okay, all the eating out, you gotta stop. Okay, I see your gut. You gotta stop. Number four, subscriptions. Okay, I understand that you wanna see the latest show, see all the new movies on these streaming platforms. You wanna binge watch. I understand you wanna get your food deliveries to your doorstep. in an instant. All these Amazon Primes, I get that. I get it. But it's cutting a hole in your pocket, man. I feel like if you can live without it, cut it out your life. Okay, I'm not saying cut all subscriptions, because I know some of these subscriptions are beneficial, to our lifestyle, and some of them is, a little bit more affordable than not having a subscription. Okay, because I know for me, one thing I'm not cutting out of my life, subscription wise, is Apple Music, man. Apple Music, I need it. I need my music, man. But as far as the other things when it comes to streaming platforms, okay, if you still under your parents' account with these streaming platforms, take advantage of it. That's all I'm saying. Take advantage of it. Okay. Subscriptions, they really can accumulate hundreds of dollars if you're not careful. You really need to just go down your payment, your bank statements, and see what you're really paying for. Because sometimes we may pay for subscriptions and we may forget that we even paying for them. You're looking at your bank account and you wonder why your account is dwindling each and every month. You're probably paying for something that you don't even use. Okay. Now, like I said, subscriptions are not a bad thing. Okay. But if you can live without it, cut it off. Now, and last but definitely not least, number 5, you have to pay yourself first. Okay? Now, whether you get paid weekly or bi-weekly, sometimes even monthly, depending on what kind of occupation you have, you want to pay yourself first. Whether it's 2%, 3%, but at least 10% of whatever that paycheck is, pay yourself, set off to the side into a savings account, and let that build over time. Let it build over time. And then once you have a set goal in mind, whether it's $5,000, $10,000 saved up, definitely invest it in something. Whether it's the stock market, whether it's you trying to buy a home, or whatever it's a business of some sort. Make sure that you're investing it and not just let it stay in your savings account, because when it stays in the savings account, the money is actually losing value. Okay. Now, I can't really get in depth on that, but that's what I pretty much learned. Okay. I'm sure there's other videos out there in the world that can really have a better explanation than I can explain it. But do not leave money inside the savings account for too long, because it's just not good. You get like a 0.0001% on return. It's a lot. Okay. Put that money and use it, and probably use it on, making yourself more money. Okay. Put it to use. In other words, put it to use. Now, those are the gems that I have today, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Comment some other habits that's keeping you broke, or you have other ways to keep people more financially stable. Just share your thoughts. Let's relate. All right. It's your boy Varkees Charles, and I'll be back with another one, man. And remember, if they can do it, so can you. Achieving greatness awaits. I'm out.